V was born in the dead of winter, and most people know him as a Capricorn. Grounded, practical, the kind of sign that quietly gets things done. But open up Korean astrology, and his true center runs deeper and more layered than Capricorn alone could ever explain. His daymaster is Yin Wood Goat, an energy that behaves like a flower that refuses to give up, even in the driest soil. It looks soft on the outside, but it almost never breaks. It stays quiet until the moment someone pushes too far, and then nothing can hold it back. Today we're going to look at why V keeps blooming in the hardest conditions, and we're going to trace that through his daymaster, Yin Wood Goat. I'm a practicing Korean astrology master in Korea. Unlike most readers, I actually track and publish how accurate my predictions are. If you ever want to see how my past readings held up, you can check that right on my channel. Today we're reading V's chart, focusing on his daymaster, Yin Wood Goat. V was born on December 30th, 1995, in Daegu, and spent much of his childhood in a small town called Geochang. He's never publicly shared his exact birth time, so we won't be covering that part of his chart today. But that's all right, because what matters most for this reading, his daymaster, is already fixed the moment he was born on that date. You don't need the hour to know this part. V's daymaster is Yin Wood Goat, and in Korean Saju it's pronounced Elmi. I'll keep the astrology part short. Think of your daymaster as the deepest core of your chart, the energy underneath the personality people notice first, kind of like a hidden layer beneath your sun sign. Yin Wood Goat isn't a big showy flower blooming in perfect conditions. It's closer to a cactus flower, something that plants itself in dry, unforgiving ground, and blooms there anyway. So in one sentence, this is the chart of someone who was never really built to be broken easily. This is where V gets interesting. The V most people know is a Capricorn, careful, grounded, someone who finishes what he starts, quietly and without much fuss. Everything fans already associate with him, the seriousness he brings to his art, the way he fills his own world without forcing it, fits that Capricorn image well. But at the center of his chart sits his Yin Wood Goat daymaster. Underneath that soft, quiet surface is a stubbornness and an intensity that nobody can just shake loose or box in. In one interview, V even said that V on stage and Taehyung off stage can almost feel like two different people. Once he steps off that stage, he's just Taehyung again. That split makes sense here. The careful, grounded surface is easy to read as Capricorn, but the part that won't bend, the part that keeps blooming even when conditions are hard, that's his daymaster. After a concert in Las Vegas, U.S. coverage kept circling the same idea. Taehyung looks like someone born for the stage. A lot of fans describe V as unpredictable, and honestly, that's not a coincidence. Yin Wood energy is naturally flexible and sensitive, like a young vine or a spring shoot finding its own way to grow, and that shows up clearly in V's artistic instincts. Whenever he travels abroad, V always packs a film camera. In Paris, it was an Olympus Mutu, capturing moments frame by frame as they happened. He's actually said before that he once dreamed of becoming a photographer. He's not the type who shines by chasing trends. He's the type who quietly shifts the mood of a room just by being in it, in his own way. So whatever he does, there's always a kind of charm to it that's hard to put into just one word. There's another key trait to Yin Wood Goat daymasters. The bar they set for themselves is so high that even real success rarely feels like enough. In one interview, V said that 24 hours in a day just isn't enough for him. On days he works, he only works. And even rest, play, and sleep feel too short. That's exactly what a daymaster, that rarely feels fully satisfied, looks like from the inside. Now here's what makes this interesting. Someone holding himself to that kind of standard, how did the outside world treat him? Forbes Korea ran a fan poll among 46 past honorees, asking who the greatest K-pop idol of all time was. V came out on top, and they called him King of King. That same year, his solo work also earned him KGMA's Trend of the Month title 4 months in a row. And yet, that same year, his name was missing from the nomination list at the Seoul Music Awards. Fans spoke up on his behalf, visibly frustrated. Even with recognition and gaps in recognition happening side by side, V tends to stay quiet and just watch until the moment someone actually crosses a line. When a private conversation of his ended up in the public eye without his consent, V didn't stay silent. He spoke up and drew a clear line himself. Soft, but never fragile. Quiet, but never weak. That's the real texture of this chart, and the V we're seeing in 2026 feels even sturdier. Now that he's completed his military service, he's said directly that he rebuilt his body and mind to keep a promise he made to fans. He didn't let the driest stretch of time go to waste. He used it to bloom again. Now that he's back with BTS, nobody knows exactly what his next chapter looks like. But if there's one thing his Yinwood Goat Day Master makes clear, it's this. No matter the conditions around him, V finds his own way to bloom. So here's the summary. V is widely known as a Capricorn, but deeper in his chart, Yinwood Goat is the day master shaping who he really is, an energy that keeps blooming in the driest ground. This is the chart of someone who doesn't settle easily and doesn't get shaken easily either, which is why it isn't really surprising when he shows unexpected resolve, or when he finds his footing no matter how hard things get. It's simply who he was born to be. Yinwood Goat isn't a flower that waits around for applause. It's a flower that blooms whether the applause comes or not. If you're curious about your own day master, there's a free calculator linked in the description where you can check it yourself. And if you've ever wondered how your chart connects with V's, there's also a compatibility reading PDF linked below. Thank you for watching.